Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Just wrapped up another gym session. I did legs today. Nothing too crazy. I didn't really work out the week I was on vacation, so it takes me a little while to get back into it without like annihilating myself, and I like to be able to walk. But definitely recommend everybody go out there and just do something active every day, like 20-30 minutes. All right, so today XRP started out at like 31.8 cents. So I actually did a video this morning after I went to physical therapy, and my GoPro died, so I forgot like everything that I said, but I promise it started out really good. But ironically, we're at exactly what we were at XRP price wise this morning is like 31.8 cents, and we went up a little over 32 and then we just kind of come back down, but we are up about 2 to 3%, I think, over the last 24 hours. But the biggest news, I think, today, there's two things. SBI just, I believe, went down for their like maintenance period, that 12 hours, like an hour and a half ago. So when they come, I don't know if it's when they come back or if it's already doing it, but they will be live with XRP trading today in Japan. So tomorrow, today, the 31st for them, which is, I guess, now. But that's huge. And I know Kitao, the CEO of SBI, always said that they were going to be one of the like key drivers in XRP. And I think that's also why they bought like 10% of, like they own 10% of Ripple and XRP. So potentially huge moves coming up. And then the other thing that happened today is Flutterwave, which is like, I believe it's an African-based payment company, just integrated with Alipay out of China, I believe China, but they had 1 billion users on Alipay. So the 1 billion people on Alipay just got integrated into Flutterwave, so they all work together. But Flutterwave is a RippleNet company, so they use Ripple. I don't know if they're using XRP or not, but just like everything else Ripple related, that switch over to like XRapid or anything XRP based is pretty simple from what I understand. So two potentially big things that are happening today. Also, I think it was Ripple's VP of marketing also testified to the Senate. Basically the same kind of thing that Brad Garlinghouse said in his letter to Congress was, you can't lump like Libra and Bitcoin into the same bucket as XRP. From the very beginning, XRP has been trying to work with banks and regulators. They're not trying to circumvent or like do anything shady or get around it. They just want to increase the proficiency of current payment systems. They're not trying to get rid of central banks. They're not trying to like get rid of governance. They just want to make it cheaper and faster and easier to use and bring that capability to the unbanked, which is like billions of people that like basically can't afford to have a bank account. So Ripple's just kind of like sitting there, as the digital asset investor mentioned. They're kind of sitting there throwing their hands up like, you guys, we've been saying this from day one. You guys are just now starting to pick up on this. And ironically, it's the Facebook coin, Libra, which kind of brought all of this to the forefront. And I don't think any of that was coincidence. I don't really believe in coincidences when you're dealing with stuff like this high level. I think we're just starting to see some of these plans within plans, and I think a lot of it's just like starting to finally come to a head, and we're starting to slowly realize how integrated Ripple is into just everything. I mean, they're everywhere there's anything financially like related, somehow Ripple is involved, especially with anything high level. So I'm really curious to see how, so like, what is it, 6 p.m. in Japan is 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. in Boise. So who knows, maybe tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up and the XRP price might have moved a little bit, so we can all hope. I don't know if it's gonna be one of those things that like flips a switch and the price just goes up. But I know between that and like a lot of the good TA guys are also saying that they're expecting a price increase with Ripple, and a lot of that they're looking at initially like a 43 cents with a pullback to like 35 cents, and then a second push to like low 60s. So low 60s would be really big for us. We've been waiting around forever for any kind of price increase, and 50 cents has been a huge resistance level as of the last few months, you know. So let's see if we get that initial push. I like some TA stuff. Like, I know I mentioned that a lot. But TA goes out the window when certain things like come to light. If any kind of central bank, if like the ECB comes out, whether that meeting happened or whatever happened yesterday, if the ECB comes out saying that they're using XRP as a standard for all European central banks, like TA can go out the window. That is just going to be a stratospheric rise. I think that I'm waiting for the flippening, basically, of XRP taking over Bitcoin, and it's going to be something like that where I think people will FOMO and panic and sell Bitcoin and just start dumping it into XRP, especially those people that are already in profit with their Bitcoin, and Bitcoin hasn't been doing a lot lately. But I do believe that some people will FOMO in and trade in a lot of that Bitcoin for XRP, which could be the driver that flips it. So let's kind of keep an eye out the next few days. I'm really curious to see tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll have some alerts pinging off on my phone about overnight. Maybe the price moved a little bit. But yeah, we'll just kind of keep our eyes open and see what happens. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. See ya.